Hello, and welcome back to Hollow Knight with Brian. I have equipped the Nailmaster's Glory, I believe it's called, that we got last episode. I chose to take off a Gathering Swarm, because at this point, there isn't a whole lot left for me to spend money on. I guess that might not be completely true, but I think my experience from the previous game is I ended up with lots of money at the end that I didn't need. And so picking up every little coin probably isn't as important, and I thought it would be more fun to have Nailmaster's Glory on so that we can try using our nail arts a little bit more frequently. But it was the case that in the previous episode, we had gone up to the Howling Cliffs, and over there we... Ooh, ouch. We had kind of hurried through because I was trying to just piece together the story of the different Nailmasters, and I ignored a portion of what's up in the Howling Cliffs, so I'm going to head back there today so that we can complete the rest of this area. Alright, so I'm back at the Howling Cliffs, and last time we were here, we went along the bottom edge in order to find the Nailmaster, but there is some more things a little bit higher up here in the cliffs, and so this time I'm going to stay on the top path to see what we shall see. Some easy enemies and little bits of geo that I guess probably the whole point is that they might not be worth it, and so I shouldn't worry about getting every little bit of geo, but that is the main thing that I knew I wanted to check out. It is a warrior's grave. I wonder, does it show up on the map now that I've seen it? Yes. And so in case you've forgotten what the warrior grave icons look like on the map, they're like the red circle that looks like that. And whose grave is this? I am Gorb. Bow, 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 bow to Gorb. The great mind, I am Gorb. Ascend, 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 ascend with Gorb. Sounds like a very great mind. Very good communicator as well. Let's challenge the warrior dream. Alright, he flies around, he shoots out little thingy-mahoozits. I can use Great Nail Attack on him probably a fair bit since I've got my Nailmaster's Glory on, which is going to allow me to charge it up very quickly. And as this guy goes into further stages of the fight, he starts shooting out more and more spears. But that's okay, I seem to remember this boss being pretty easy. We're already up to where he's shooting out 3 different stages of spears, and I think that's like his last phase in the boss battle. So I think I can probably just tank him here to finish it off. Maybe I shouldn't tank him, but I'm doing it anyway. Actually, there's time to heal in this fight. A lot of the warrior dreamers give you good space to heal, where you can just kind of avoid their attacks and stand off in the corner of the screen. And so if you're having any trouble, if you're playing this game on your own, which I highly recommend, with any of the warrior dreamers, I recommend stopping and finding a place to heal and healing during battle. The great mind, the pain, ascend, ascend. I am... I think your name was Gorb. And that brings us up to 893 essence. I don't recall how much essence we needed for the next upgrade of the Dream Nail. And so I don't know that I'll head back to the resting grounds, because if I had to guess, I think the previous one was 700, and so I would guess that the next one is going to be 900. And so I don't think there's anything there. Is there anything else that's like higher up in the sky over here? I don't think so. And so I think that might have been the only thing that we were missing from this area. So I'm going to head back to Dirtmouth and figure out where I want to go next. Just looking at the main overview map, it appears in the resting grounds near the bottom left. There is a direction that I haven't gone yet, and so I think the next place I will travel is over to the resting grounds. And since I am traveling there anyway, I guess I will stop by the seer just to see how much essence we are going to need before we can get the next reward from the seer for collecting the essence. Over at the seer, what does she have to say? My, you're almost starting to become a dream yourself. Once you've collected 900 essence, I'll teach you a trick I've kept hidden for a long time. Kingdom is full of old memories, both beautiful and grotesque. Seek them out, reveal them, and gather essence. Okay, we are very close. We're at like 800 and something. And so I'm kind of tempted. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to do this. I was not planning to do this at all. But my understanding, when I first played this game, one of the bosses did not exist, and now he does. It is Revik. It is the guy who guards the Glade over here. And actually, have I... Actually, I don't think I need to do that, actually. I wanted to collect a little bit more essence, and I happen to know that there is a secret whispering root in here somewhere. I'm trying to remember. I think it's up near the top right. Let me go walk around the Glade and try to find this thing, and that'll perhaps give us the essence we need for the next upgrade. I think I found it. There's a little platform over here where the waterfalls is coming out of. And if I travel through here... Oh! No, this isn't it. What is this? It is a king's idol. And a bunch more of these crazy moth statues and the dream catcher kind of dream nail symbol or whatever over here. Is there anything else that's over here? Nope. And I guess I was either misremembering the whispering root or the whispering root is somewhere else. So let me keep looking around in the Glade in order to see if I can find it. Aha! Over here in the top right is indeed where there is a whispering root. And so we can use this essence to get up to at least 900 and fulfill the next portion of the quest. And for those who might not remember, because we only took a very brief peek in here, basically this whole area is called the Resting Grounds, and basically it's the tombs of a bunch of various warriors and different folks, and you can talk to each one. Are you admiring my fabulous markings? I'm a distinguished species, you see. I've not seen another like me for quite some time. Each person has a little bit of a different thing to say. I think my understanding is that these basically, like, people who did this game was like funded originally like through a Kickstarter or something, and so people who donated a certain amount got to be represented by characters in the Glade or something like that. And each individual character, like kind of all the other spirits that you find in the game, can be harvested with the Dream Nail. And you get like 1 essence as a reward, just like you get 1 essence for collecting these little symbols from the Whispering Root. However, there is a guard at the front, who I'll go talk to again in a minute after I've collected the rest of the essence here. Oops, we're talking to another one. Don't fear my rotting form. Though my body sheds and changes, my core remains the same. This guy's actually funny. I like this guy. All of life's problems can be solved with crushing force. Such a simple mantra, and one I've always lived by. Magnus Strong. If you weren't so scrawny, I'd suggest you follow my example. Yeah, so basically... Oops, darn it. Yeah! I really want to get those last 2. Okay, here's my chance. Oh, they're not the last 2. I don't hear the Whispering Root going off. I don't remember where the others are, and so if you lose track, the easiest thing to do, in my opinion, is to walk out of the room and walk back in, and you can hit the Whispering Root again, and it will show you the direction of wherever the remaining bits of essence are. But this is Revik. This is the boss. The bugs within this glade are under my watch. Treat them with respect and you remain, but raise your nail and you'll contend with me. And basically, if you try to harvest the essence out of any of these guys by hitting them with your dream nail, Revik now comes and fights you, and he's like a super boss or something. I fought him a little bit just to kind of like try out the battle in my previous game, but I was unable to beat him, or I think even damage him at the time. And so, at some point before the end of this playthrough, I do intend to do that, but for right now, if I'm not in need of the extra essence, I can live without it. Okay, there's 2 more, and they're kind of down and to the left. Oh, right there. There we go. And now I hear the sound of the tree changing. And since after the tree changes and kind of grows up the Whispering Root Tree, you can hit it with the Dream Nail again and it actually has some text. I'm going to go run back up there and see what the text is. What do you have to say for yourself, tree? Sacred memories, honored souls. Okay, so in general it seems like they always just have some description of what's around in the environment or something. But in any case, we have enough essence to get a reward from the seer, and I think this reward might actually be really good, and it's part of DLC that they added in a recent patch. Ah, Wielder, you've returned. Let me have a look at the Dream Nail. Dream Nail now holds 900 essence within its core. Are you surprised that this old kingdom has so many hidden dreams? Yes, you're starting to see them, the connections between us and the dreams we leave behind, like prints in the dust. The time has come for you to learn how to revisit the places connected to you. Hold the Dream Nail tight, Wielder, and imagine a great gate opening before you. Neat. Mastered the Dream Gate. Hold B, hold down to set a Dream Gate, and hold up to travel to the Dream Gate. And so basically this gives us a way to do a teleport, kind of a one-way teleport, where you can open your own portal, leave, and come back to. And I suppose the easiest way to demonstrate it is to... Well, let me just do this. So if I want to set a Dream Gate, was it up or down? I've already forgotten. I think it shows me in my inventory, probably, explaining how it works. Actually, does it show up in here? Yes, Dream Gate. Hold down to set a Dream Gate and up to spend 1 essence and travel to the place to Dream Gate. Some areas may lack a strong connection to any dream, disallowing the use of the Dream Gate. So it doesn't allow you to travel just anywhere. But for example, I could do that and set a Dream Gate right here in the Stag area of the Forgotten Realms. Forgotten Realms. Wow! That's like not even close to the name of the place. In the Resting Grounds. And then if I travel somewhere else and I'm willing to spend 1 essence, and 1 essence is a small amount, and it's actually, I don't know that we've captured it on camera yet, but there's like, I don't know, a 1 in 500 chance every time you kill an enemy that you get 1 essence randomly. So there's ways to earn essence just by doing normal stuff in the game. But if I want to travel to the Dream Gate, I can hold up and use the Dream Nail. And zing zang zoom. I get teleported back. And so that is super handy as a way to get from one place to another, or if you're just trying to run in somewhere and get something, and then end up somewhere else. And so I think that's a cool feature that they added in a recent update to the game. And there's probably some really clever ways to use it that I haven't thought of yet. But for now, we'll just kind of keep it in our back pocket for when we need to use it. Okay, so back to what I was originally coming here to do, which is explore a portion of the map that is going to be down and to the left that I haven't yet explored. So let's head down, and then let's head to the left. Sounds like a plan if I ever had one. What do we have over here? Blue Lake. Oops. Is a big giant lake. We can fly across it and leave little bits of water trailing behind us. Oh, and here's someone we haven't seen in a while. It's Tiso. Gah, what a calm place. It's action I want. Vicious and deadly battle. This serenity is a bore. Does he say anything else? So peaceful, so dull. Anything else? That's it. What do you think about? That place calls to me. Somewhere beyond this lake, perhaps? So we met him very early on, and he's trying to get to the arena to go fighting. And so perhaps we will eventually meet him there. I started to say that you may have seen there was like a Vengefly up here, and there's a few other bugs, and so that clues you in that there's something up here. And you can get there by using the super dash, as I just did. And we will be rewarded with a rancid egg. So it's not the most amazing reward for climbing up and finding this particular area. But there it is. Now it's done. And if I zoom back over this way, we can see where this is going to connect us to. But Blue Lake connects the resting grounds back to the Forgotten Crossroads. And we're right over here at Salubra's shop. And so if I take a look at the map, I'm kind of in the center over here, and so Blue Lake is between the Resting Grounds and the Forgotten Crossroads, and so that is all linked up right now. And there's also a tramway that connects them a little bit higher up. And did we actually ride the tram? I know I got the tram pass recently. I'm struggling by virtue of the fact that I've been watching other people's playthrough this game. It's like ongoing right now. And so sometimes I lose track of what I've done on camera and what I just recently saw somebody else do. And so I know I've seen the tram recently, but I can't remember if it's something that we actually did together in this playthrough. So let's go up and ride the tram just to show it off, in case I neglected to do that. And in the future, I'm going to have to pay more attention to my own videos. I'm recording this on, what day is today? Wednesday? And it seems like there's a hurricane headed this way. And so I wasn't planning to be recording right now, but I figure I better get some recordings going in case I end up evacuating or losing power or all those types of things. Insert the tram pass, yes. Makes a cool noise. Calls for a tram car. And here we are. What's the inside of the tram look like? Just like you would expect. We've got elevator music. We've got the corpses of dead passengers who need to go pay their respects, who are thinking about how tired they were before they died, I suppose. And a button that actually moves the tram car along the line. And as you could probably already kind of guess from the map, it's the case that the tram just kind of like connects one place to another. And so there isn't a whole lot. There's a tram line there, and there's another tram line that we haven't really ridden that connects, or maybe we did ride it once. Yeah, I think we did actually ride it to get out of Deepnest last time. I forgot about that, but we hadn't ridden this one yet. And I think maybe those are the only two tram lines. Now it actually goes further to the right. I don't remember what's over there right now. So why don't we head over there and do that next, because I don't remember what's there. I was traveling down towards the ancient basin, and I also don't remember. It seems to me that there's a secret down here, but I don't recall if we have seen. Ouch. And it's in one of these places that you just have to think to look. Right over here. What do we have? It's a Wanderer's Journal. Yeah, and other than being curious, the madness spreads. I'm not sure how you would necessarily find this one. It's just kind of like hidden underneath a broken part of the bridge. But I'm trying to continue down to the lower tramway so that we can explore the rest of it. Okay, here we are at the tramway, which declares that it's going to head over to Kingdom's Edge. And I don't recall if and where exactly this is going to connect. Press the glowing button. Yes, please. Do we have a map of Kingdom's Edge yet? I don't remember. I remember I spent a bit of time there, and that's where we met Oro and got the dash slash. But I don't recall if we have a map of this area. We do, but we're way over in the bottom left, way off the map, so we've definitely never come down to the tram station over here. Alright, is there anything out in this portion of the tram station? Nope, no secrets hiding out over here. So let's just go exploring from here and see where we wind up. More creepy crawlies. And bees! Oh no, the bees! Because why not? I can actually hear a humming. Yes, that's rather loud around here. Where could it be coming from? Oops. Could it perhaps be coming from that wall right over there that I just saw shake and break? I'm taking a lot of damage trying to break open this wall. There we go. But I'm pretty sure that's where you break it open. And look at this. An unexpected area that was given away by very loud humming. There's another giveaway that helps find this area as well. The Hive. A completely new area that I think counts as part of Kingdom's Edge as far as the map goes. And so if we find a bench, I think we'll be able to update the map in here and get a better sense of where we are. These guys explode into a bunch of bees. And I should really hit one of them with a dream nail so that we can read their thoughts. But this is a very cool looking area. It's kind of weird. Kind of feels different from a lot of the other areas in the game. For, I don't know, reasons that aren't kind of even quite clear in my head. I don't know why I'm looking at the map when we don't have any of this charted just yet. The little bees are not a problem. They just kind of head over in your direction. They don't move all that quickly. So I'm not too worried about them. Lots of geo to be had in this area, and so even though I don't have the Gathering Swarm on, I'll just try to collect the bits that are easy to get on the ground, because it's always good to have more geo. Okay, here's a new enemy. He's like a drill. Can I hit you with a dream nail? Destroy. Alright, so you get a sense of what those guys do. They just aim to attack you and then come straight out of the sky, dive bombing you as fast as possible. So that's a weird, crazy hybrid bee drill thing. And that looks like something I could use. Hooray! Now we have a bench. Map updated. And here we are in the Hive. Alright. Well, I guess the Hive turns out to be probably the majority of what we're exploring today. I didn't have a plan for today, and all of a sudden I wound up over here in a rather roundabout way. Roundabout way. Okay, I came from up there, and so this is a direction that I haven't explored yet. This is a guy I want to hit with the dream nail, ideally. Oh, he like spits out bees, too. Okay, let's try this again. Humming! From where? And so you can see, it's like a guy who's like trapped inside of a beehive. And, or at least, you know, like the carcass of a bug who's been overcome with the infection and gone mad or whatever. And I think possibly if we take a look in the Hunter's Journal, let me see if I can find that guy really quick. So there are hivelings, there are the hive soldiers that stab at us, and there's a husk hive. Cowardly husks, its body colonized by hivelings. And I guess while we're here, Zero, Gorb, Elder Yu, No Eyes, and Galeon are 5 of the warrior dreams that we've already managed to defeat. I don't remember how many warrior dreams there are, but there's a fair number. There's lots of bosses in this game, and they are not completely uniformly, but the warrior dreams I feel like are among the easier of the bosses in the game. Let's go ahead and start farming some essence in this area. Also try to take out some of the hive, whatever you're called, guardian. There we go. Yeah, but one of the things, well, there's a lot of things to like about this game, but the variety of bosses and boss fights is definitely one of them. Because in addition to just like tight controls and good platforming kind of things, there's a lot of different kind of combat and combat strategies that you need to use as a result of the various enemies that you encounter. And so the boss variety, I think, contributes to what makes it so fun to play. And still very fun to replay. I think it's more the secrets that make it so much fun to replay, in my opinion. But in any case, I have enough life at this point that I'm not too worried about taking little bits of damage, because I have lots of soul power, I have the ability to heal myself up, and so 1 or 2 enemies in this area is not going to make me worry all that much. Okay, we just completed the Whispering Root, and I am going to go down and see what it has to say for itself. Now that we have collected all the essence. Speak to me. Hardened Tribe. Light Familiar. And so, it seems like the bees, like all of Hallownest, it's kind of a bug world or whatever, or different insects. But the bees are over here in their own kind of corner of the world, doing their own thing. Although I guess these guys, like, I don't know, is that like a husk of like a Hallownest bug citizen or something who is spouting all the little bees there? Not sure how to interpret exactly what he is or where he came from. Let's continue to explore more of the Hive's map. I think I'm off the map right now, so next time I sit at a bench we can update and explore once again. I want to try to make sure I don't miss any secrets along the way as well. Oh, here's a new enemy. He came bouncing towards me. Alright, you're dead, sir. And you may notice that some of these look cracked. And these guys have special property that they can break through the cracked blocks and destroy them. We'll fight that big guy in a moment. Ah! Trying to use my nail arts, but I failed to aim properly. Oh, here's a nice place to hit you. Somewhere where you can't really hit me all that well. And what does the hunter have to say about that guy? He is a hive guardian. Protects the hive by hurling its huge body at intruders. So all of these different caste or classes of bees, I guess, guarding this area of the hive. One of the things I like about the kind of level design throughout this game is there's a lot of things like that where they are breakable, or it's like bits of money that you can break that are kind of one-time use things. And this brings us back out into the Kingdom's Edge, to another portion of the map that we haven't yet explored. And I'm not going to do that right now. We'll continue exploring the hive for now. But now that I'm back here, this thing is already broken. And so it's kind of an interesting choice of design, the way that the maps work in this game, that you have to typically buy a map of an area from Cornifer before you can actually see the map. And even without the map, though, there are various clues that help you keep track of where you've been, and so those things like the money and different things that you can break are one example of things they have in this game that basically give you in-game ways that you can keep track of places that you've been without, you know, having to like just keep it in your mind, in your brain. And so, yeah, there's lots of things like that. There's lots of switches that you can unlock, and things that you had to like pay to unlock and different things. And once you've done it once, it's like done for all time. Alright, that guy's bouncing all around. I could actually afford to heal. I've been a little too cavalier with my health recently. So let's get away from this guy for a moment and heal up. Or, you know, just take another one to the face, because why not? Alright, let's kill this guy. There we go. Hooray. Now I can finish healing up. And so I think the game does a good job of making it possible to keep track of places you've been when you don't have the map, and then when you finally do get the map, any places that you've been will be marked on the map, and so it's like, you know, your little bug character, like in his head, has kept track of where he's been, even if he didn't have the map to write it on to show it to the player. And yeah, I think I mentioned at the beginning of the game that it can be difficult to keep track of places. And it's also, I find, like the first few hours of the game to be just the most difficult as you're getting used to the controls, and there's lots of different things you have to spend money on, and you're not sure what's immediately going to be worth the most of your time, and everything's more difficult because you have so little life and because your nail isn't very strong. But I definitely think as you get a little further into the game. Just kind of like the balance of everything and the way that it all plays out is quite well designed. In any case, we're continuing to explore the hive. I've got 2 different directions I can go over here. So I will choose to go to the right for now. We can try the left for later. Let's go ahead and heal up once more. And let's see what we got over here. More familiar bad guys. Ouch. But I'm not doing a great job of killing without taking damage. That's okay, because I can afford to take damage. Lots more Geo. That's easy to collect even without gathering Swarm. So I don't foresee having any Geo problems in the near future. And then, there is a treasure that I definitely want. That is another mask fragment, I believe. But I can't break this with my nail. And so fortunately, we have already seen how I could break that. Let's get this guy aggroed on me. Maybe. Alright, if we can get him to come aim at me over here, please. There, he sees me. Aha! Alright. That apparently is mass fragment number 2 of 4. And it's kind of a, I don't know, one-time use mechanic or something to get to that particular secret. And this also opens up a shortcut back into a room that I was just in, but we still don't have on the map because I haven't set on a bench since we've been there. And so I've kind of, I don't know, some second thoughts about that one in terms of they introduce an enemy and a new mechanic that the enemy can bust through certain walls that the player can't bust through, and then you need to aggro the enemy in order to bust through that wall so that you can get to that particular piece of treasure. And I think it's a fine mechanic. It's just the fact that it's kind of introduced late in the game and only happens in this one place. That makes me, I don't know, kind of like second guess how good it is in terms of game design. Since I was talking about other aspects of this game's design, seems like a good place to call it out now. Hey, you need to die. Thank you. And Little Bee, I think you need to die too. But first off, let me go ahead and use my soul to heal back up. I hear a grub. Okay, I was going to leave the screen, but now I'm not going to because I hear a grub. I don't hear it down here, so I think it's got to be up in the ceiling up here somewhere. So let's try to climb up higher in this room. Oh, hello. Yeah. I wonder how many just normal strikes it takes. Quite a lot to kill you. Alright. So up here, where's the next platform up? I can see... I don't see any obvious ledge or anything up there, so I might have to go up even higher to try to find that grub. So let's try going up and to the left and then circle back around to the right. Alright, if that guy catches back up to me, that's fine. If he doesn't, that's good too. Alright, he did catch back up. They can actually catch back up very quickly. Ah! And that one little bee still managed to get hit on me. Alright, and once again, I don't hear the grub over here. So I think I must have missed wherever he is. Can I super dash over here? He was very close right there. Could I hit that wall? Let me try hitting that wall with my nail after I super dash over. Or can I jump up high enough? I might be able to jump up high enough here. Yeah, it doesn't seem like that's a breakable wall. Maybe I need to get it from the other side. So let's go over into this room and see if there's a way back over there. And I guess this is like dried honey or sap, or I don't know enough about bees and beehives and construction of such things. What do we have here? Hive Queen Vespa. Small thing. I know your kind. If you attempt to resolve your past, then know I am not the queen you seek. It is the pale beings that bear blame for your nature. Though this hive exists within Hallownest, we play no part in its attempt at perpetuation. And is there anything up here? Doesn't seem like it. I don't see a way to get back to that grub from over here anyway. And over here, we have something very interesting. Hiveblood is a new charm. Golden nugget of the hive's precious hardened nectar heals the bearer's wounds over time, allowing them to regain health without focusing soul. And I've used that one. I'll equip it at some point to try it out. But it basically, it makes it so the last mask you have lost will kind of like heal itself over time. Like over 10 seconds, you'll like grow one mask back. But if you lose like 3 hearts, it only grows the last one back. And so if you take too much damage too quickly, it's not like your damage is just going to be constantly regenerating over time. But if you're taking damage in very small amounts over time, then it can kind of keep you healed up without actually having to use your healing spell. So that can potentially be useful in certain circumstances. And we'll try that one out at some point in the future. Trying to decide if I should head back to the bench, or I think there's only maybe one other direction that I didn't go, and it was from the left up at the next branch over here. I still never found that one grub. So that's a problem that we'll definitely have to come back to at some point. Let's go ahead and grab the monies while we're here. Oops. There we go. And okay, there's some other hallway over there to the left that I can't get to. And yeah, that's the other way that you can help discover the hive, because I happen to know there's an entrance to it back out from the main portion of Kingdom's Edge. And we might be able to see that on the map if I can go back over to the bench, which I believe is right back over here, or is this the way out? I've already gotten a little turned around. This is either... Is this the way I came in, or is this just a totally different way? I've gotten myself confused. I see. This is the other shortcut that we opened back out in Kingdom's Edge. Alright, well, let's go ahead and explore a bit of this area. Out here, there's another enemy that we haven't seen before. Or, actually, I think we did see this enemy before, because this enemy also appeared when we first came to Kingdom's Edge. And we first arrived... How did we first arrive at Kingdom's Edge? Because I really surprised myself when I ended up over at Nailmaster Oro as early in the game as I did. It was through the City of Tears. Right, there's a place past King's Station where you can walk through the water and get over here. I remember now. Okay, well, this is more portion of the map that we have not explored. So I guess let's do a little bit of exploring here. Oops. I think there's just a place to gather soul here. Yeah, and I could actually use some. Let's go ahead and heal up. Let's heal up a little bit more. Using our extra soul vessels. Then fill back up on some extra soul. And so, on the left-hand side, is there anything else up here? And these guys are very placid, kind of peaceful creatures. So of course I'm killing them for no reason. Because that's what you do in games like these. You kill everything, and sometimes they drop you money. I don't remember if there's anything else along the left edge of here. And then we'll kind of walk back down along the right-hand side. That has the look of Isma's Grove. This bit right here, am I actually close to that on the map? If I look at the big map? Yes, Isma's Grove is just to my left. Is there actually a shortcut in between these places? I wonder. Don't see any signs of it right now. But that green plant that's growing is something that we only saw back over in that other area. And there's a way to go up over here. So let's go ahead and get more of the map filled out. Here's more that looks like Isma's Grove. And another way to go up from here. Are we getting back onto the map? I really don't remember how any of this connects. So we get to explore it together. This looks more like the royal waterways again down here now, in terms of the architecture. And the crystal is obviously here to tell us that we should do a super dash. There was something back there in the ceiling, so I want to go check that out at some point. But where is this going to drop me? Interesting. We're in a portion of the royal waterways that looks like it was open to me to explore, but I just never came up here. Seems to be what I'm seeing. And are there any other places to go in the ceiling? There was one place where there was a enemy. Oh, and I hear a... Yeah, okay. I hear a grub caterpillar guy that we need to go rescue. There he is. Hey, buddy. I've saved you. Hooray. Trying to decide if there's anything else up here. I don't remember any of this. I wonder if this is something that I didn't find in my first playthrough. Okay, that just circles around. So I guess that was just to save the caterpillar grub over there. Does this go up anywhere? Doesn't seem like it. I can kind of climb the wall, but not apparently get any higher. And yeah, I really need to get myself back to a bench so that we can sit down and update our map. Do I know where there's going to be a bench anywhere nearby? Not necessarily, but maybe there's one that's in the unmapped portion right over here. Well, there's definitely a shortcut that it looks like it's going to lead back out into a portion of Kingdom's Edge. I see, this must be below... We had found Cornifer, I think, in a little alleyway on the left-hand side, and so this must be just below where we found him. Oh, is he still here? That seems odd, because I already have a map of this area, but I'm pretty sure I just heard him humming. Well, let's go see if he's there and we can talk to him again. Yep, okay. Let's also... I guess I do have protection from the acid, and so if I fall in the acid below, it's not the greatest tragedy. Oh, darn it. I'm having a little bit of trouble distinguishing visually between foreground and background elements here, with like the falling ash particles and different things. Here he is. Hey, Cornifer. Judging by this wall, the city's folks seemed hesitant to build further into these caverns. I wonder what kept them at bay. Perhaps it was the crazy beehive people that we found. Alright. I'm surprised that he is there and hasn't just left his calling card. I don't know the circumstances where the game decides where Cornifer currently lives. It looks like there's a way back to the City of Tears over here. And I think that might actually be a faster way to get to a bench. Let's take a quick peek. We're back near King's Station, and so I think that's probably a good way to go. Can I just super dash over here? That seems reasonably effective. This is the place where I said we had to get under the water in King's Station in order to first get to Kingdom's Edge, and so that's the way that we originally found that particular area. And while that bench is broken, I recall that there is a working bench in the next bay up, as well as a working stag station. So I think that'll probably be a good place to go ahead and finish up this episode for today, which ended up being some relatively random exploration. But if we take a look on the big map, we explored most of the hive, and we also explored a bit more of Kingdom's Edge, as well as another top section of the Royal Waterways that we hadn't explored before. And so we continue to fill out more and more of this map as time goes on. And yeah, there's always more secrets to find. Like I said, that's one of the advantages of doing another playthrough, is in finding things that I didn't find the first time around. And I don't know, still just having fun with the game and sharing it with you all. I hope as always that you guys are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more Hollow Knight. Bye-bye.